hello, 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 hello. Long day. How are we doing today? How are we doing? Just getting the stream started. Starting the stream. Getting the stream started. Okay. Okay. I am good. We're gonna be playing the Beginner's Guide today. Now, I've actually played this game before, really long time ago. Not when it came out. I watched it on YouTube when it came out. Thought it was a pretty interesting story, and then I played it, and it is the exact same experience as watching it. So maybe I shouldn't be playing it, but I like the game. So, and then we get to talk about it when we beat it, which we're gonna do tonight. We're just going this game the whole way through from beginning to end, and then we are done with the stream. So, with that being said, without further ado, begin the game. Please make sure audio is on. It is, don't you worry. Do I not have subtitles enabled? Controls. I messed them up real bad.
Hi there. Thank
Hello.
you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
Don't worry.
My name is Davey Reedon. I
Nice
wrote
to
the
meet you.
Stanley Parable.
I'm Winter
and
Summer.
while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a
who's
lot
Coda?
to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at
Cool,
a time
I'm
when I
glad you
was
get to
really
tell me.
struggling with some personal stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that,
his
bro.
work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I
What-
found it to
what
be a
direction?
good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first
Okay.
game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
Nice.
And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment.
Can I forgot that's not how it works. Video. Can we have perhaps subtitles? No? Perhaps that's an audio option. Ah. Yeah, cool, great. Great.
But what
Okay.
I like is that even though he starts from the
It didn't
simple
work.
aesthetic of a desert.
Did I not save it? It's probably because I didn't save it. I've done that before. Options. One more time. We got this. Closed captioning. Yeah, it is on full. Cool. Great.
Town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs
can't
and
jump.
impossible floating crates around the level.
If
And
you
of
could
course,
jump,
it destroys the illusion that this
you could,
actually is a
like,
desert town,
go
and
places.
instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind
Is
of
it?
makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this?
I don't.
This is what I
think
like
that's-
about all of
oh,
Coda's games.
What is
I mean,
this?
not that they're all
Very
fascinating
colorful.
as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I
Really?
want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Ooh, we found a little pad.
So, it's 2008. Coda starts making these games, and he
Oh,
never
there's a
releases
door.
any of them.
Can't really
He
do
doesn't
anything
put
with
them
it,
onto
though.
the internet. He just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever.
Hashtag
And I
relatable
think
with
he
most
really understood
projects.
this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made. Until
Is there any
suddenly one day,
understanding to
he
what you
just
make?
stopped.
You just kind of do
In
it, right?
2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And
I wonder if that's
why
still true.
I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful.
Yeah, I think
and
this game came out in
interesting,
like 2012
and
or
I'd like this
2013.
collection
So.
to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com.
Oh, my controller
Okay, that's
just
about it
died.
for introduction. Let's
Is it
take a
dead
look at
dead?
Coda's
It's dead
first
dead.
proper game.
We'll
As
be
each game is loading,
right
I'll
back.
show you the date that it was completed. This
Great.
first one was made in
You
November
can keep talking now.
2008.
Keep the people entertained. My controller has died. We will be spinning in circles for a moment. Okay. Sorry about that. We are Gucci. Okay. Okay. Well, get our bearings here. Good, good, good. Guess everyone's tired of me spinning in the same. Oh, we got a gun! What do we do with the gun?
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see.
Okay, I see. I understand now. The way the and we had. Okay, that was uncool. Nice, nice.
Security call breached. Hostile alien life forms inbound.
Really? Where? Bring them to me.
It kind of looks like this game was abandoned mid.
Oh, that's such a weird placement
instance,
for
you have this gun,
subtitles.
which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere.
Yes.
But then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Yeah, I noticed
But
that.
ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
I mean, is this really a game? Oh, there's a thing here. Great. More path. Whisper machine status activate.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Oh, you sure can. Look at that. Otherwise, you'd just be like that. But then you just go all the way, and then you can. Were you like bug testing his game out? I would have only noticed that if I were hugging that wall. Like, did you not tell me that you were gonna be doing that? Okay, we got a little bit
Apparently
of
this
a
space
move.
station has a labyrinth on it.
Nah.
Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
What? Nah. I just want to see. I just want to see.
Or if you'd really like to solve the labyrinth, you're welcome to do that too.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. I know. I just want to see which way it was. Was it here, maybe? I think it's this. Nah. We're just gonna go back before I forget how to get there. Yeah. Are we lost already? I think we're lost already. Oopsies. Oops. We got lost. Okay, cool. We found our way back to the start.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the Whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Okay. Engine room. Enter.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could
Yeah.
save us all.
How do I do that?
Our beam is powering the Whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature.
What kind of heat signature?
Your body could stop the beam.
My
It's
body's
so
a
much
great enough
faster
heat
for all of
signature,
our lives.
but
Would you do it?
I mean that's my body though. I only have one of those. Can you promise that you'll get me another body if I do this? Guarantee me another body. So you'll have another body for me if I. Okay, I'm doing it.
Let me pause here for a second.
Not looking so good
What you
laying
just
here on the ground.
experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
It just went black. Okay. So we walk into the beam, and then Oh. Bah, bah, nah, bah, bah, nah. Then we start floating up with that, oh, there's the labyrinth there. We can see.
The beam causes you to start floating.
Okay.
And this is
So
an
it's
important moment for him. Because
second.
yes, this is
No, it's the
technically a
first
glitch,
one.
but
Nope.
Coda identifies something human about it. Like how
There we
small it
go
makes you
there,
feel in the
and
face of this
then go
larger
right.
chaotic system.
Right's wrong. Go
Or this
back.
floating could be the afterlife,
Go
a
right.
peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of
Nope,
the
go
hysteria
right.
that you've just had to traverse.
Yep.
I don't even know.
Great.
I
Yeah,
have
if
no
you just
idea
keep
what he
going
was
right,
thinking,
great.
but what's
So,
clear is
yeah.
that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He
What?
wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops
is this
work
really
on
experimental?
this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games
Definitely
that
weird.
go in all sorts
Give
of
you that one.
directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Okay. Exciting. Exciting. Oh, yo, it's the back rooms. He made the back rooms. Yo, I wonder if this is where the back rooms got the idea for the layout. It oh,
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
I see. That's pretty interesting. So it's the back. Oh, that's why it's called the back rooms.
So it's a
Wow.
short and relatively minimalist experiment
I
combining motion and
understand.
narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more
Why does the
focused,
future keep changing?
more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it
When
on a
she
pre-existing
stops and
trope.
looks, it becomes more clear. Who's she? Who is she? But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it? Whoa!
It's a short
You
little
expect
thought.
it? Yeah.
It says what it
Wow.
wants to say,
That's
and
amazing.
then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that.
Yeah, I mean it's
Which
pretty
to
good.
me is why it works.
I would
because
agree.
it
This is a
gets out
complete
quick.
game.
Okay, next one.
Alright. Making sure that there's nothing out this way. Nope, we are in blindness. You are now entering. I cannot go off the path, so it is a full walking portion, and that is
And
it.
that's it. Okay,
Okay,
the meaning of this
great.
game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
So did you like
Oftentimes,
craft
Coda
these
would
meanings
put
yourself,
bizarre
or
titles like this one at the start of his games.
I missed it? What was the title I was
wish
talking?
I'd known him at the time.
I
that
can't
he was
read and
making
talk at
these
the same
early
time.
games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what do you
I mean, that's kind of how I am for the most part. Oh God.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens.
Nice.
So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here, so that when you press the use key on your gamepad, it'll bring you back up to full speed, so you can enter the door for yourself.
Go. Okay, it's a lounge. Nice. Stand on X, staring at bear for 3 hours. The game of only posters and concept art, and the game is. Oh wow, there's a lot of things in here. A normal game where you have
A
the screen
room
to a
that's
mic for
warm
every 15
and
seconds to
nice
play.
and filled with little ideas for
I
games.
think this should all be real games. You are the queen dusting over your jewelry while your kingdom is destroyed. Play as a pair of
Coda
floating
would often
eyes
tell me that
emitting
he didn't
footstep
mind if
noises.
People thought of him as cold or
A series of
distant.
lavish manuals.
He said that he knew that he was actually
You
a
are gay.
vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very
Run
slow
a shop
climb
inside
to
your own
get
body.
there.
Selling your organs strategically to make the most money before you die. I could do that. A stranger appears. A game of only posters and concept art. So I think the one where you sell body parts strategically, I feel like that's already a game. Like, kind of like Surgeon Simulator, but if, you know, selling body parts. You know? Something like that. Okay. What kind of game are we looking at here? We got a hallway, orange and gray. Cool. What else do I say? Lots of gray.
Well, this is
Sunshine
new
rays.
for Coda. It's an actual
Oh.
puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Is it just I forgot how to do the use button. Okay. and then get it like that. No, we have managed to get ourselves locked. Oh, just kidding.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
That's amazing.
We're gonna see it a lot.
Does he really like that puzzle? I mean, my one homie really likes making the same Minecraft piston door. Is that like this?
It, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle,
Yeah.
you get to the end. Simple enough. Right, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press the use key on your gamepad, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Okay. Oh. What? What the? That's a lot of rooms.
How
Holy
about
crap.
that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea.
Yeah.
So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
It's to play, maybe?
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game
Hang on, I missed
earlier,
one.
tells us that Coda believes his
You're now
games are
entering,
connected
yes.
somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and Puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game.
I
There's
don't
a
know
bigger
about that.
picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in. Some
Is
larger
this the
meaning
same-
that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them.
We
And
haven't.
once we have,
What are
we
you
can
talking about? This
step
was
back
literally the same
and
game as
start to
earlier.
understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
That was not different than any game before. I'm confused. It's like he just copy pasted the game. There was no difference. I didn't notice a single difference. Okay, nothing behind us. Cool, cool. There's a whole lot
Let's
of
talk
nothing.
about video game development for a second. Every
Okay.
video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what
Like
the
a
game
car.
can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a
Like
set
what
of
gear
tools
you
for
can
game
and cannot go
development.
to. So I was just making sure I
To
couldn't
make
use
all
the
of
door.
these games, Coda is using an engine called Source.
Yeah.
Like all engines,
It's pretty
Source
cheap.
has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly.
Yeah.
One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors.
Of course.
That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
I mean, I don't know, man. There was a
The
couple
tools
where it
available
was
to
like
the creator
large
shape
and
what
stuff,
kinds
you know.
of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying
Oh.
attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Yeah, and I think that's cool and all, bro, but whoa! Didn't think I could fall. Jeez, whoa! Dropper! Bonk. Did I jump? No? Okay. Ah! You could fall straight to the bottom. That's neat. Got anything else fancy to say, fancy man? It's like entering into Tony Stark's mansion. I like that. Nice little staircase down to the garage. Here in my garage, got all my bookcases and my cars, as you see. By cars I mean cattle, of course. As you can see, my stall's full of. Are we in a prison? All of a sudden? Oh, I'm not. I'm confused. Is there something going on here that I don't know about? Oh, elevator. Nice. This looks like a jail. I can't go there. I kind of don't want to So we
This
just walked
prison,
ourselves in here?
funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go.
Oh, full
If you don't
hour.
mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
I'm cool with that, bro.
This
And
is
then let you
something
go
that he and I
back
used to
down.
argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time
Heated?
that after one of these conversations,
Like how bad?
he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Dang, dude, you really got wrecked. I mean, I'd like to think that those are playable games. In a sense, this is a game. These are games. Sure, you're not really doing much input, but you're walking around in a space that isn't your own. You're experiencing in a new world
It's
with
the
new
puzzle
rules.
again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Wow. And then we close the door, and then we open the door, and then we
There's
turn
still
around.
no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is
'Cause he
going to
likes
return
it.
to it over and over.
It's fun.
I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Okay, fine. You can tell me later, I guess. I'm just trying to make sure that none of his things are repeated. Like, if I walk backward, you know, the thing. Like, will that show me something? Don't ever want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. Sorry. Listen. You there. Did you come from above?
Here, Coda
What was up
begins
there?
using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of
Yes,
the
there
engine's
was
chat
a
capabilities.
world stamped
Use the
with
buttons on
whiteness.
your gamepad to respond.
Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there were these. Okay, so they're all right answers. I was in an enormous prison I spent hours in. That's the world above? You've been there? Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did! It was literally the last thing I did before coming in here. No, I don't remember. I'd prefer to... Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Again, perfect. Now please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. I don't remember how I solved it. I'm trying to remember. But I can't. I didn't solve it. Someone else let me. And trust me. You don't want to go over there. We'll do that one. Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending, I promise you. There is nothing I want more. Okay. I guess we just abandon them. And then we come back? Hello there. How did you get here? How was the puzzle? Did you pass through it? How did you get here? No, I've been here this entire time. I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It's not meant to be solved, but you can sit in the black space in the middle. Why would I sit in the black space? Oh, it's plenty peaceful. It may not seem that way at first, but it'll come to take us home eventually. Okay. Oh, now it's a bunch of stairs. So are we headed towards the black space, the big empty,
So we
the
make
great
one
nothing?
last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Okay. I'm excited. What do we got going on here? Long corridor. We approach. Ah, the light. Ah. And now we're outside at a lamp.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination.
It's like his lighthouse, his beacon of hope.
His games are just going to become
the light at the end of the tunnel,
a lot more
perhaps
developed, with more of a clear idea behind them.
Can I open any of these doors?
That idea will get clearer
No.
and clearer and clearer.
Door? Okay, no. The nice little lamppost. Cool. Great. I'm glad that we had time to explore this lamppost. It really taught me everything about the things and such. This game is saying internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All the notes you see are left by other players. Okay. Great. Nice room. Not. Okay.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this
How
game
did
is
you beat
not
this
connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda.
Okay.
This was
What are we
actually the
expecting
first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam
Whoa,
in
holy
Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level.
You guys hear me?
And it was just so
hello,
different from
hello,
anything
hello.
that anyone else was doing. So right away I was
can't
like,
follow.
I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
Hello.
I was over-enthusiastic. But he was
Reasonable.
very gracious about it and very patient with me.
Everyone
and I
read this.
cooled off eventually. Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
We're
Either way,
running out of space.
to me they convey a sense
will
of
suffice.
loneliness. I see this person
Cool
who's
cavern, bro.
filled with thoughts and feelings. And
I just saw a flying
and
penguin.
has
Let me
no
tell
way
you
to
the most
express them,
majestic thing I've ever
except
seen.
as scattered and
Nothing will
unheard
be as
voices in a
majestic
game
as
that
that.
wasn't
I
meant
never
be
want to
played.
see it again. If nothing will ever be as beautiful as that again, I'm crying now and plan on ripping
But
my
it's ironic,
eyes out.
isn't it,
I must go do
in
that.
playing
Oh
this
dear.
game and seeing how alone Coda often felt,
Dear.
that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him.
What exactly does
And I
that
have to
teach
be
us about
honest with
Coda?
you, this idea is really
Let me know.
seductive to me. That I could
Seductive.
just
Boring, he
and
says.
see the voices in their head and get to know
I can
them
assure
better
you
and
and
have to
guarantee
do
that
less
there's
of
an
the
acorn somewhere here in
messy
this place, and the
in-person
sailors are looking
socializing.
for it.
I could just get to know
The
you
sailors,
through
we
your
must
work.
help the sailors look
I
for
think this
the
is why I
acorn.
always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection.
Really?
I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Oh, how sweet. There's nothing here. Go back. Okay. Don't listen to that guy. What? Don't listen to what guy? There is nothing here. What is this? A free T-shirt. Makes game, includes door, cannot open door. Thanks. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Open sesame. No. Okay. How door open? How? Someday I will meet the person who made this. I doubt that. I help people because of the internal goal of the feeling I get. Yeah, that's what helping people does in general. I understand. Yup. You can go in here, I think. Wow. Don't bother. A game where you can leave notes and suddenly everyone's a poet. Where? Okay. I failed to write anything here. I am compelled. Stop, turn back. Proceeding further will only result in misery. Excitement! Take my hand. Let's jump together. Ah! Ah! I can't. There's walls there. If only. It would skip so much time and effort and problem and puzzle and circumstance. I need someone to talk to. Hey, don't we all need someone to talk to, bro? This is a note? Don't listen to the other notes. Okay, fine. Be that way. We won't listen to the other notes. I'm not safe. Yeah, well, it sounds like you are safe because we were told not to listen to the other notes, and that must mean that you're safe. Painting, what does it mean? The world may never know. Whoever made this has issues. Who are all of you? We'll all die someday. Stop pretending you are other people. Okay, that one was directly talking to himself. Great. That one's a little cuckoo, caca. Well, here I am, POVing. Here in my garage, we're doing the POV. I beat the game! Yay! More room? Wow,
At the end of this level, we're going to see the
room.
puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means.
Okay.
Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
There's voices here. I hear voices. What does this make sense? How do you solve it? Developer, help please?
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
There is no second switch. I'm heading back to the start, guys. Guys, it's not so bad in here. There's one now. Alone. One solution man. Oh, that's a lot of really loud typing. How do you leave notes? I think you left a note. Oh god. Ah, geez, that's a lot of typing. Hey, there, say something, please. I can't say anything. Need me? Please talk to me. Speak, 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 speak. I'm trying. I'm trying. Ah! Well, I tried. Why didn't you help explain the end of that game?
Okay, this one is tough.
Okay,
it's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Hanging with it. Withing, we are hang. Hang with it, we are. It's not doing anything, bro. Oh yeah. Listen to that. What? What happened? Something happened. Oh, the door opened. Okay, now we head downstairs. What's down here? It's like some sort of club music going on in the background there. I can feel it, kind of feel it, not really hear it. It's like funk, you know? Funk's a feeling you get. Not really a sound, more of a feeling. Okay, here we go. It's that dirt from before.
This is it, the whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway.
And then you get down
Except
here.
For some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Okay, I'm excited for version 2. What does it look like? Okay, there are no furniture. What furniture ought to go in the corner? How about a TV with the surround sound? How about a refrigerator? Put a giant hole in the ground. Let's do that one. Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, how about along the wall? Let's put a huge picture of a horse. I'd really like 10 stoves. 10 stoves! One for each piece of my houseware. It's like in Minecraft. We should light this room up a bit. We'll put live Tesla coils in each corner. Yeah, a skylight. Full ceiling window, baby. Let's open this baby up. I like that one. Let's open this baby up. Bam! Okay. And a table. You need a table. We already have the table. What are you? Who are you? Where exactly are you from? I'm pretty sure now this makes a difference. Tables were invented in 1935. They were not. They were invented way before that. I think. I've seen pictures of people at tables before that, so I'm pretty sure now that my choices aren't making any difference. And that would be true. Oh. Oh wow. Can we
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
I don't know if it's weird for weirdness' sake. It's kind of like a maze. Did you ever find what was at the end of the maze?
He throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
You did not find the end of the maze. Hello, please walk forward. This guide will enable you to escape the prison. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. Click. Good. Go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Okay. Okay, now turn the floor lamp in the room off and then turn it back on. Now go to the left side sofa, move it over a little. Okay. Finally, touch the shelves. Alrighty, to the shelves. Bop. The shelves? Is it not? Are these not the shelves? Oh, these shelves. Of course, these lines on the wall. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start and take to your prison. Okay, let's go to prison, baby. Return. Alright, let's go to prison. Okay.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
What? You took my table.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just walk you real quick through a few more of these.
What the heck? I really like that one.
Idea. There's nearly a dozen.
Oh, I like this one. You're in the well.
It's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And
unraveling?
Like, at what point
I kind of like
go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on.
Nah.
But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something.
What did we hit? What did we hit? We stubbed our toe.
And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons.
What did he make instead?
This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Okay. Okay, we walk forward. Tally ho. What be it in here? Okay, we got a telephone. Well, this is the end of the level. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you after you escape the pit. You're me? Yeah. Of course, I'm you. For the future. Check. Yeah, of course. Yep.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows.
Yeah, I was in the escape
but the
tutorial.
irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
It's freedom. Actually, I'm already forgetting what it was like. Prison was like. It's strange, but in a way I kind of miss. I'm completely still and wildly in motion at the same place. Wow. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and things will be exactly the same as before. No. I'm really the same person now as what I was back then. Actually does change. I don't feel like I'm the same person. Oh no, that's awful! Yeah, I said the wrong thing. Don't worry, it's actually not a bad thing, I promise. Well, you get something else in exchange. The problem is that you don't actually know who you are right now. Like that one. Kind of save it with that. Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you? No, I'm the first person to call back. No. I'm gonna go with no. I like no. To get out, all you have to do is be sincere. To get out, all you have to do is tell me how you feel right now. To be out, just have to talk to me for a bit. I do like to talk to me for a bit. Let's see. That one for me, how does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just talk to me. I will be here for as long as you need. Is it not? Okay, there it goes.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay.
Yeah, we got you, homie.
Wouldn't that be nice? So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
That's a great question, Home Slice. I bet you're gonna tell me though.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Okay. Oh, hello. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck as you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire room all by myself. And right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes.
From previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Oh, something tells me you're gonna be fun with this job. Well, this place is going to clean itself. As far as I know, I'll finish up here. In the meantime, then you can tell me to go to the table? Perhaps. Yeah, of course, I got you. Yeah, I'll run to the bedroom real quick. I got you. Not that they'll see the bedroom and just close the door of the bedroom, but alright. Don't worry, we got you. Well, there we go. All cleaned up. Oh, don't worry, I got you. We'll clean it up. You like being a house cleaner? How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen a house this messy. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? Well, I don't enjoy it as much as I need it. While I'm working, I was a kind of calm, the rest of it in the pit of my ribcage. My soul just can't be soothed any other ways, it seems. Which I guess could be all that matters. And, tiny couch. Would you straighten the pillows? Yeah, I got you. No problem, Pam. Oh dear. It looks like someone spilled a drink over there by the couch. Maybe mop that up as over there. Oh, I got you. I feel compared to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Yeah, but make it especially cheesy. No, it was stupid. I'm sorry. Never mind. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? Alright, if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it, but I'm here if you need me. I'm always here for you. Yeah. No. I got the tub. Don't worry. As they say, a tidy house makes a tidy home. There are still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom. Oh, my bad. Where the hell are you talking about? Oh. Yeah, I got you. And I'll reorganize the shelf while I'm over here. Now then, how would you come clear the dishes off the table?
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you have to absolutely gotta own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So why don't we have this task at hand and leave future chores to future you? Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom. Believe it or not. Trust me, this.
This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Hey, that's good though. Looks like the tub has gotten rather dirty. Do you mind tidying it up a bit? No problem. I got it. Anything for you? Anything. Earlier, when I said I really had a cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one house is a lot like one soul. You take care of it, and it takes care of you. Don't know why it felt so weird saying that. I get it. That's a weird thing to say to someone like this, Matt. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty cheesy. But there's a bit of truth in it, no? Anyway, so, a housekeeping. Let's do this. Books. Would you keep cleaning up those books? Thanks. I get it, you don't- can I just do that from here? Ah, it would've been so lovely if I could. How dare it. I love the music in this game, it's so peaceful.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Go over and straighten them up a bit. Can't have these folks coming home to a messy couch. Good question.
But, of course, it can't last.
Do you enjoy this?
The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
What happened? Did he abandon me? But my friend!
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right?
Look, we found the
That
thing again.
sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Sooner or later we'll figure it out.
This one gets a bit goofy.
Why did you come here today? To learn? No, it's to get that hard, cold cash. Gotta present that dollar bill. Was it to make your... Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships know? You came here to be perfect. This workshop is going to teach you to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think will do... I don't know, that way on your life? Who do you know that is so well developed as a person they make you feel disgusted with yourself, compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful? I intend to make you that person. Perfection is within your grasp, and the question is not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so
Halfway through
easy.
the game, the perspective
Being
shifts.
perfect is effortless. Okay. Kids should not follow their dreams
And
on
you
the
play
way.
as the teacher.
Oh.
Suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Oh. What the hell? I still love you, it's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Being alone must just be awful. Drinking is not hurting my life. Thank goodness all of you perceive me as being wise and intelligent. You understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Ew, I'm developing a cyst. Gross. I guess we just go this one. There is no truth. To no path. Anyone want to do ecstasy after this? Holy crap. Holy shit, you guys. Something is coming out the back of the room. Look out. What if I'm not a good teacher? We'll go with that. Nothing? No one? It's coming for you. It's going to destroy you. Everybody run. Nothing. No one.
I felt pretty hard for this one.
Perfection.
I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days. This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one.
Holy crap, that's quite
twice
the
as long as it took him to make any other game before this. And
quite
it's
the
not
difference.
like it's particularly
That's about the
complex.
amount of time it
So
took me
I
to
remember I found
make
that
the
a little
channel versus I started
strange
using
at
it.
first.
Ah. Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you'll be playing as me. We are gathering as professionals. First, you will start out leaning against this wall, okay? Leaning against a wall. Good, stay right there. Great. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. Okay. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her. To gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Aye aye, Captain. Sorry, I have to leave. Hello? Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You need to actually conversate with her. Be a human being. Do it again. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. Yeah, we'll do that. No. That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. How was I supposed to know? I wasn't there. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, I was just the one in that moment. But I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There are a lot of people around us. I'll give you props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent people nearby. Talk to her again. Oh yeah, I love this. Oh my god, I love this. Oh yeah. This is the best thing ever. It's so peaceful. I talked to her again. Must have worked really hard to get where you are. I'll bet you learned to lean to the pain. What are some sacrifices you had to make? I like that one. You're messing it up again. I bet that's what it says. No matter. You'll freak her out if the conversation keeps getting personal that quickly. Do you realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. No, the bouncies. Okay, we're taking a step back from the stage. Wow, there's just a whole lot of infinite expanse of nothing. What happened? Oh, you locked me out. Okay.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's
This is what
going
it
to
was
happen
like?
next in Coda's life. The solution, social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away.
Is Coda
Which
a
is
real
what leads
person?
to scenarios
Is any of
like
this
the
real?
stairs that slowed you down several games
Was this
ago,
was this
where
all a
it
gap,
just
a goof,
becomes harder and harder
a
to
gob?
access Coda's inner landscape
Was this real?
because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world.
Wow,
And that
you're
wasn't
really
what I wanted for
locking
him
me out.
or for his games.
The further and
'Cause
further
I feel
back
like
I
a lot
go.
of
I'm
his
not really a
games are
huge
inviting
fan
you to
of
connect,
being
connect
pushed
with
away
this
like this,
person,
guys. Come
to draw
on.
closer.
Oh, and there it goes. We made it to nothing.
But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Hey, sometimes it be like that, bro. You get a little busy and you don't know. You can't do it. Sometimes stuff happens. Play this game probably you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Something enormous just peered off the radar. It can't die. Why did it? We're going to crash. Everything went black. Help! I'm blind. Oh, and this is the door. Please tell me how to solve this. Am I going to be killed by a giant door? Yes. You did in fact die to a giant door. Help, I can't see anything. What's going on?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Oh, is it this? Ah. Okay. Okay. Are we gonna get there in time though? That work was always fun. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's the truth.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So, where's that coming from? But then, even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing.
I understand that.
Here was the
I
point
used to
in
do
my
that a lot.
relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
Hi. I'm alone. But I have to work harder. Are we?
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Interesting. 2010. Wow. Hello, where am I? What is this? Where did this island come from? How do I get out of here? Hello, is there anyone there? Oh. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I've talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I'll go with that one. Oh no. What's happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept it going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me and start it again. Wait, you're looking for a machine? You know where it is? Isn't far. Okay, take me to it. You have to take me to it. Please. I've heard it's my only hope. I can do that, but there's a problem.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for? Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him,
what do you think?
This was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Now what? Now you have to press the switch on the inside. I think it's that. Okay, in that case, close the first door. Okay, we'll go with that. Great. Alright, what's next? Now, let's press the switch in here. Boop. Huh, that was so simple.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
I hear crying. Why is there crying? You have to play the game development. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Oh, okay. Making games is none of these things. But it wasn't true. Just keep saying creation is easy. When I make games, I feel completely energized. I am constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work. It's easy, it never stops being easy.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me.
Every time
I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
Just never stop creating and you'll never feel bad.
This is someone I really
That's
cared
not
about.
true though.
And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
I'm going to vomit. Okay, making games is simple. Let me get help I'm blind. How about a TV with surround sound? Yes, I get it. Call it. That's how a show escape engine is working. It always pays off eventually. Yes. More. Keep going.
I don't know.
I don't like it though.
I felt at the time.
There's no shame, no feeling or guilt. I will be saved by my work.
I wanted it to stop more than anything. I never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Oh dear God.
But it didn't stop.
I'm free.
After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months.
Dear, that was hard. This is so sad so far. And this is so relatable. But he's driving into his work, you know. Okay, guard. Hello, guard. Yeah. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you inside. We can begin. I intend to be quick. Very good. Just be warned, someone called the press, so we might have a bit of a situation on this one. Also, one more thing that you gotta know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Hey, wait, that's the guy, that's the maker. Press. No questions. No further questions. Thank you. We will not be answering any of these things until I come back, alright? We'll answer your questions when we're done. Hello, machine. You
And
stopped.
of course, it's the machine.
You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us alive. You'd be like, you stopped feeding us. People out there, can you imagine? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. You have to admit to the people that you allowed them to suffer. No, nothing. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I have seen the thing you fear. Alright, then I will speak to them for you. Excuse me? This hater out here? What a loser. Did you see what he did? My... my friends is what he wants to call them. My followers. I have a troubling revelation. The machine sucks balls. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me. We will destroy the machine, I guess. Where'd the machine go? Whoa. What the heck? Oh. Oh dear. Oh. Coda, I make sure your work dies here. I'll make sure your work dies here. Blah blah blah. Isn't that what you're scared of? Having to live without your precious creations, having to deal with yourself?
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations
What
with
if he
other
didn't want
human
that?
beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
No, he just needs a friend, bro. He just needs a friend. And what that's not being a friend. Holy crap.
So I started showing Coda's work to people.
There's the
I
door.
took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Then what? But but he didn't want people to see his work. He just wanted his friend that he trusted and confided in to see it. And you broke that trust, bro. Put down your weapon.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble
broke your friend's
and
trust.
was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
And then what?
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Well, that he wants you to know about.
So let's take a look.
He doesn't trust you anymore, friend. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe this changes everything. Okay. Ominous music.
And this is where I have trouble
Ominous.
saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Okay. How is it cold so far? So far we got a big ol' empty. I mean, yeah, it's a little cold. But I wouldn't say it's a cold game. There's a bunch of lights and
This room actually has a maze in it.
big ol'... Oh, dear God.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the
Oh.
walls, there's this awful flashing.
Oh
and
my
noise,
God.
So the experience
That
is
was
really miserable.
horrible.
The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to
we're
play
not
it at all.
doing that. Well, he didn't want people playing his
I
games.
do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press the use key on your gamepad, and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Yeah, let's just do that. I'm not doing that. I ain't getting blinded every time I give people... Gotta put a seizure warning in this one now, bro. Can't believe you did that to me, bro. Really,
And to be fair,
really
it's
did that
not
to
like
me.
this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end.
Right,
But
you made it playable?
that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper
But
idea
you changed...
behind the invisible maze?
You changed his... You changed his work? It's not like he wanted his work to be
The only way past
changed.
this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
I was never gonna get it. Can't you just put it in, bruh? Okay, so we need those ones to change still, those ones to change, this one to change, this one. God, this one's so lame. Oh, we shot past it. Alright, all of these need to change here. That one was supposed to be 1. Okay, this one's a 1. Nope, I passed it again. This one's a 6. I passed it. And we're not gonna pass it this time. 3, 2, 1, go. And then a 1. Sounded like a missile silo just went off. Hey, we did it! Wow, look at that. Okay, make the bridge so I don't fall off. Great. I had a feeling I actually could fall off there. And that wasn't gonna be by a fall. Anyway, to fall anyway. Great. Now we're in a room.
The switch
Lock
to
room.
open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
Maybe there isn't a fix.
I feel
Maybe
like a
he
failure,
likes
I guess,
the
when I
way the
can't
things is.
fix the problem.
There is no
I can
problem
open
to
this
fix,
door for
bro.
you, so let me do that.
Bro, I can't believe you did this to his work.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game?
Bro, there was nothing to
I don't know why I
understand,
would be.
maybe.
It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
You failed as his friend,
I remember,
bro.
it's June of 2011.
He
I'm
just
playing
needed a
this for the
friend
very
there.
first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person.
Yeah, correct.
I have no idea who this person is.
Correct.
It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend.
Well, you clearly didn't act like
I
his
had
friend.
come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Maybe there just isn't a meaning. Maybe you just wanted some connection, bro. Chill time, hanging out with his
I just
homie.
felt so strongly that if I could have connected
Wow.
with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped
Dang.
and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
You did, bro. You did. How introspective this has been. I can't believe it. It's what a twist. What a great
Where did I
twist.
screw up?
Well, when you altered his game to make him playable. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need
I'm
to
the
ask
reason that
you
stopped
to not
making
speak to me
games,
anymore.
aren't I?
Yeah,
It's because of what I did. I
unfortunately,
poisoned it
bro.
for you.
I can't believe you did that, bro.
I don't think I ever told you this,
I know at times whether you
but
think
when I
I'm
took your
making
work
games
and I
for
was
you.
showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
You've so
And
infected my
the
personal
people who
space
played
that
them, they
it's
treated me like
possible
I was important.
did begin to plant.
They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Dang. He violated his friend's trust. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them. You added the lampposts? Bro, would you
And then
simply
you
let
stopped.
them
And I didn't
be
have
what they
anything
are?
left to show people. I just had to be with myself.
When I am around you, I feel
And as soon
physically
as
ill.
that happened,
You
There was
desperately need
no
something,
feeling
and
at
I
all.
cannot give it to you.
Nothing.
I literally do
Less
not have
than
it.
nothing. What does
Struggling
that
to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than you think than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet, which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that you make peace with this thing that you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I am talking about, don't say anything. Oops. Keep doing that, because I have everything mapped wrong. Give him the little puzzle.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything.
Damn, bro.
And so a part of me
addicted
has
much?
hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games
Bro,
again?
he probably still makes games and he
Please.
just hasn't told you.
I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me?
Yes.
Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but
Then
I
stop
can't
doing it.
stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Bro. Dang. I can't believe that was like that. I hope none of this was real. I hope this is just like a made up story, because that really hurt, bro. Like, a lot of that's really just a talk on emotions, left and right. Not really much of a game, though. Not a game.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more.
Why do you need more?
It's like a disease. Solution.
Oh dear. Wow, that was the coolest train thing I've ever been on. Wow, that's amazing. That's the coolest transition ever.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
Maybe he just liked
told so many people that he was
making
depressed.
games.
Maybe he just likes making prison.
Just don't say that about anybody, bro. That's like messed up and on so many levels. Like, you just don't, bro. What you needed was a better friend.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
They will. They will hate you. Not this guy, the developer. That'll hate you, Davey. Like, bro, I got some bad news for you. You are the bad man. Okay. What's with this,
If if I knew
This
that my life
Mundo
depended on
looking
finding something to be driven
precipice
by
world
other than
looking.
validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Oh, hello. Getting towards the end of this now very depressing game.
What now?
You keep walking, I believe. You waddle along, step by step.
I think I need to go.
Where are you going, bro?
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do.
It's alright.
I have a lot that I need to make up.
This is a pretty short game.
So I'm
Kind of fits with
Just
how long I was
gonna-
streaming for today.
okay.
So essentially, this guy's the narrator released all of his friends' games without his permission after making edits to them to make his friends seem more interesting and have solutions to the games and more things to do in the games other than just walking around. I like the gates, little gates. Oh, gate. This is a walking simulator, essentially. I do believe there is pretty much nothing you do in this game. Box on the ground. Whee! And now we are in a prison again. Oh, we're rising. Or the thing is going down? I think we're rising. It would make more sense if we are rising. We cannot jump, so we must wait for the elevator to rise. Okay, in we go. Great. Stalls. It's like some sort of Olympian style. Yeah, great. What an interesting, quiet narrative. There's nothing really going on for this last part, which is kind of nice. Because it's like gives you time to think about what all the game just talked about. I actually came to the conclusion before we got to it, like whoa, because there's a huge twist in this game. Because the whole time you're under the impression that the developer for all of these games was depressed and lonely and needed someone, when really it was the narrator who would have made edits to his friend's game to make it seem like that, because he was just projecting himself onto the games and he needed that. So it makes you wonder if he actually floats up through this. Oh wow. The whole game is a maze. With nothing, with seemingly no solution. It's just painted when you look out past a certain distance. But right below us, I don't know how far out though. It's three-dimensional still. So you'd be able to see the walls. Can't. It's the skybox. Oh. If this takes you up to the spaceship, then that would mean... Okay, so the very first game that we were brought into is a spaceship that's overlooking a gray background. And he's like, oh, oh, nice. Achievement hunting? That's fire, bro. Oh, wow, we actually beat the game.
Turn back from this cave.
a game.
And you're so tired.
Please. What games were you playing today?
But I know
If you don't mind me
that
asking.
you're strong. So turn
It's crazy that this is like a multi-team thing for a game that was allegedly developed by one guy. Oh, mouse. Wow, that was the beginner's guide. To give a review here. I really like it. Great story. 10 out of 10 on the story for sure. As for the visuals, not that impressive even for the time. It is literally just polygons and a whole lot of them. Sorry, I got a text from work. Jeez, that really threw me off. That was some really bad news. Great. Beginner's guide. That's what I was talking about. So the graphics aren't all that stellar. They are using Source Engine, so it's pretty basic. But so you can like pretty much anyone can make games in Source. It's a lot of like flying around and dropping the objects in places, and not really a lot of hard coding going on. I mean, there's some things you can try to code it to do and stuff, and have events and such happen. When you like interact with an object, event, do this, that, such things. But other than that, it's not really a graphically intensive game either. As for calling it a game, a lot of people wouldn't consider this a game. It really doesn't have a lot to the playing aspect of it. You don't really do anything other than walk around and listen to the narrator up until the end. Which then you don't listen to the narrator, you just walk. There is no like decisions. There's a little bit where you have some like chat dialogue, but they are meaningless. They actually don't change anything to the story. But I do like those aspects too. I like the twist that they have. Great twist. Sorry. Roller coaster of work-related messages. So that gives it a little bit of bonus points, but that again, that's more plot thing. Music is amazing. I love every second of it. The sound design in this game is great. There's so many little things that I liked about it. There were points where there were like little whispers happening as well, and I like that too. So all in all, pretty good game. 10 out of 10. The beginner's guide is not on Xbox. I mean, that kind of makes sense. It feels like a PC game. Oh, trying to think. Another. I mean, the Stanley Parable is on Xbox, and it's written by the same guy. He wrote the story for both. And the Stanley Parable is just so fun to play on stream because it's just so funny. There's a narrator in that does a lot of talking, and it's fun to do back and forths or just listen to the narrator too, because the narrator's pretty funny. That one's also considered a walking simulator, but you do a lot more than just walking around in that one. kind of feel awkward ending the stream so early. I honestly thought it was going to go for another like 10, 15 minutes. So we're not going to end it yet. But you got a goose. Another game that I like. I guess I'll see if there's any story-driven games that I like first. Well, right now I have to play quite a few of these non-story-driven ones because I upload these as VODs to. I upload the VODs to YouTube, and I want to have Lego be every other day, because if I do them as every day, or have too many back to back, I feel like it's not going to be as enjoyable. If it's every other day at least, then it's that, you know, something more to chew on. But yeah, could play it again and see if we could do it in even quicker time. That would be something. You like get the speedrunner record, speedrun world record on a walking simulator. Yeah, I like story driven games like this one. Something about these low res, not trying very hard games. You know, like one I'm gonna be playing will be Superliminal. That one's on the list. I plan on playing the original Portal at some point. If I ever start playing with friends, it'll, you know, things like Lethal Company or I don't know, other multiplayer games. Portal 2, but on on the player 2 mode. And then at some point, I definitely Superliminal is fun. I've definitely heard it. It is fun. You've completed 10 games in 6 days. That's insane. I don't think I could play that many games in 6 days. I like playing one game for a really long period of time. Because then I don't have to switch my audio settings at all. I can just stick to what it's on. But then again, tweaking settings doesn't take too long, but the less I have to do, the better, I feel like. I've been streaming for 25 days in a row now. That's 1/4 of 100. I don't think I'm gonna do anything special for 100. I mean, I was tossing up the idea. If I get what's the one where you need the 50 followers and the 5 chatters and the such? If I get that one, then I'll probably do something for 100 followers or 100 days. Affiliate, yes, that's the one. But if not, I won't do anything special for 100 days. I'll just, you know, keep doing the regular old regular. But whether or not I hit affiliate, if I get 365 days, then I'm doing something special. Because a full year, you got to do something for a full year. If I can keep doing this for a full year. But that would be like no vacations unless I do like a far away stream. And I've almost got things I need to do, like very low, crappy long distance streams, like reading Reddit or something kind of things, which I've thought about doing, but that's like such cheap content, and I don't have like a face cam. Not that I would want to use one yet. Maybe one day. But yeah. I've got like a kind of crappy gaming laptop and a second mouse. And the controller I use in my office isn't that great either. So there's that too. But yeah, those are the plans so far. And then I guess other things I've been doing. I recently read some comic books. I guess I should change it to just chatting because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna. That doing the thing, great. And then we just gotta change it to just chatting while I sit here and ramble on.